Overflowing, 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 overflowing. Glow up, but I don't do it for myself. Pass it down, I'm talking generational wealth. I'm not new to it, I'm true to it. Trailblazing, I ain't new to it, I'm true to it. That's dedication to the team. Living a dream, come profit with me. Made it mean I'm selling that coffee and tea. Grinding just like coffee beans. Living up my community. Now I need more assets and less liabilities. Gonna buy the whole block up, and it's all because of top, yeah. Turn nothing into something with a mindset of abundance where overflowing, 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 overflowing.
Good morning, good morning, good morning, everybody. All right. I see everybody coming in. It's time to share. It's time to get there. It is time for us to make some money move, some difference in this business that we are in. Great Saturday morning, everybody. It is 8 a.m. here, Pacific time. 10 a.m. Central, and 11 a.m. Eastern. My name is Tanya Rockmore. How you doing? We are back for part two of the virtual launch party. Welcome to Saturday morning training. I see you out there. Mr. Tally, of course, you are number one out there signing in. Good morning, Miss Ramirez. Great morning to you. All right. I see you, Miranda. It was so good talking to you Saturday. Welcome, Miss Crawford. Has been a while. I see you. Miss McGuire, thank you so much. Great day in the morning. You can't hear? Can you guys hear me? Let me know if you can hear me. Someone's saying they can't hear. You guys, can you hear me? We cannot have technical difficulty today because I am here alone. Can you hear me? Somebody put it in the chat if you can hear me. You can hear? Okay. Miss Crawford, turn your volume up, check your speakers because other folks say they can hear me. All right. If you were here with us, I need to see you tagging. Let's get some numbers up. Let's get some team members on because we are at a really important part of the training. We are going to talk about the actual event starting today. So let's tag your team members. Get your team members on. Let's get into it. There we go. I see some tags happening. There we go. Let's get some folks on this line. Let me get rid of that. Like I said, I am here alone, so it's just you and me. This morning, y'all. So we're going to have a real good conversation. Hello, Mr. Thomas. I see you, sir. I see you. Welcome. Let's tag. Let's get some folks on. And as we talk about the virtual launch party, hopefully I can get through this part because I would love to have some dialogue with you and really be able to get into some questions and answers. Maybe answer a few questions at the end of this training. We only have a few more slides to go. So I hope I can answer some questions. So if you have some questions, drop them in the chat and I will try my best to answer them in the time frame that we have allotted. Great morning, great morning. While you're getting other folks on, let me go ahead and run through a couple of announcements so that you know what's going on here at Tava. I know you know already. I know you know already. First of all, and I think most exciting is none other than the NBA tour. That's right, the Never Broke Again tour. We are touring across America and we are coming to a town near you. Now, our very next stop is none other than Flint, Michigan. Flint, Michigan, and I am excited about Flint. I am excited. We had someone on, Shanitha Dawson, on Help Wealth Building Wednesday. We had her on. She is out of Flint, and a lot of great things are happening. We will have other people from Flint on other shows on Wealth Building Wednesday, the remaining of the month. So we are very, very excited about Flint. And then next up after Flint, which is August 24th, on the 25th, we're going to move on over to Detroit. That's right. We will be in Detroit on August 25th, 7 p.m. Get your folks in the house. Anybody in the area, get to the house. All of the Tylerverse educators will be there. Mr. Lloyd will be there. After all, that is his hometown. And speaking of Mr. Lloyd, before I go any further, I really want to thank the Lloyds, none other than Kenny and Shantae Lloyd, for having a vision like this, for being able to put a company named Tava together and making sure that we are able to address everything that people need in business with three divisions in 3 years. That is an amazing feat. That is an amazing feat. And we'll be celebrating our 4th anniversary in October. So it just feels good to be right here at home. So I want to tell you that great things are happening. Great things are happening on Wednesday, Wealth Building Wednesday. Let's see, I have notes here. We will have, Gretel Huggins as a guest for Miss Pierre. And let me tell you, that young lady is really doing things with Tylerverse. Her credit testimony, you can go and check it out on Tylerverse or Tava Lifestyle HQ. Her credit testimony is truly amazing. And then we will also have Shanita Schamberger. That's right. One of the sponsors of our guest last Wednesday. She is the sponsor of Miranda Major. That's right, Miranda. You didn't know what I had cooking. You talked about her so much that I just had to bring her on. Oh my God, my help just walked in the room. Brianna Anderson, one of our Tylerverse educators, and definitely the person that Miss Huggins, Gretel Huggins, gives all the credit to for her amazing testimony about her credit situation and how it has improved. And we have so many testimonies. Check out our Instagram page. Love you right back. And for all you do, Miss Anderson, we thank you. We are so happy that you are leading the way with the Tylerverse family. Listen, go check out the testimonies. So many testimonies about how amazing Miss Anderson and all of the educators are. You'll find them right on our Instagram. They are posted all over the place, and we are growing. So as we grow, let's jump right into the training. As we grow, it is important for us to take note of how to do a virtual launch party, how to launch your business virtually. Now, I have it set up so that we pick up where we left off with the agenda. but I think I want to do something really quick. Let's just try to randomly go back through some of the slides and see if we can go through, just for those that weren't here last week. Let's really quick go through some of the stuff that we reviewed last week. First of all, we talked about what a virtual launch party is. It's a cross between a live event and the excitement of a live event and an opportunity call. That's all it is. It's very simple, but it's very exciting. And where should you host it? And I'm gonna go really fast, y'all, because we got some stuff to cover. We said that we want to host it on Zoom. We decided as a unit that we wanted to host on Zoom. StreamYard, Facebook page, YouTube. Those are for what we call VGOs, virtual grand openings. But for our business launch, for launching a business itself, we really want to host it privately on Zoom. This is an exclusive affair that we're discussing today. Okay, and then we said, how do you get started? We told you the things that you need, and we're going to review these, and we're going to see why so many of these steps are necessary. So last week, we discussed these things, that you want to go to Tava University, download the necessary material. You'll be able to review the replay, go back and check out the details and part one. I told everybody, go back and review part one. And so then you want to invite your experts. You want to create a thank you email, welcome email, set a goal for your event, and make a list. Okay. And then we want to make contact. We want to be personal, contact people, and build a relationship, which builds loyalty by connecting old school on the phone. Pick up your phone, send personal invitations, let them know that you have an expert, a very special guest. Oh my goodness, I got Brianna Anderson. You cannot afford to miss her. She is my special guest. And I told you that we wanted to make sure that we hit all of the personality types. We'll review that once again. And then you want to follow up the day before the actual event and let them know how important they are and how important it is that they attend your event and how special it is to you. Marketing is essential. Yes, I'm going fast because you can review part one, where and how to spread the word. We want to make sure that we have a tagline, as an exciting caption, something to bring them in, just like we had something to bring you in this morning. We want to share on social media, but not put our links out there. DM me for details. DM me for your invitation. DM me for your seat. You want to make sure that you make a connection again, so it's personal. This is an exclusive event, invite only. Y'all, this is an exclusive event. Limited space available. It's not open to everyone, and I don't have a lot of room. I don't have a lot of time. Limited space is available. You want to create something very visual that will excite them leading up to your event. Several items that will talk about your event, talk about what's happening and your excitement, but don't give too much information. Do not give too much information. Again, make it personal. Text, call, and email your guests, and generate interest by focusing in on your target market. All of that is very important. Very important. And don't forget to bring the excitement at all times and continue to share. I don't care how many times you see Tava or Tavaverse across your timeline. Remember, your audience will only see what you put out there for them. So continue to post no matter what. I know this is quick. Now let's talk about, let's talk about the agenda itself. Who's going to be on? First of all, you want an engaging host. You want someone that will set the tone and the pace for your event. You can go back again, screenshot this, or review the part one training, but your host is very important because they will make folks feel comfortable in the room. They will engage, they will open it up early, and they will be the person that sets the tone, And the success of your event is based upon the tone that is set in the room, how much they trust you, your host, your presenter, your testimonies. It must be authentic. So, your host, then you have your presenter. You have someone who is an expert in the business. You do not want to be the person presenting to your audience. You want to bring someone in that is an expert in the business, familiar with the PowerPoint presentation, and presents with confidence from that PowerPoint and will appeal to all personality types. Then you want to have a testimonial. Yes, I am talking fast and I am really trying to get through this because it is time. This is where we left off. You want to have a testimonial that is genuine. So in the chat, do we have any questions about what I just discussed, what I just reviewed, what we talked about last week? Because we're about to jump right in it. That's the review of last week and what we covered. And it's time for us to move on down the line and talk about the event itself. It is time to talk about the event. So before I do, I'm watching the chat. Do we have any questions from that information that we just shared with that brief review of last week? Any questions at all? Any questions at all? I don't see any. So does that mean I did a good job, that we did all right last week? I'm hoping so. I'm hoping so. Okay. So with that in mind, let's talk about the event. I'm watching the chat. If you're ready to talk about the event itself, go ahead and drop some money bags in that chat for me and let me know that you're ready to get to the main meat of this thing, where we are going to make the money. That's right. I see fire. I see fire. Okay, it's lit. We are ready to go. Thank you. I see money bags. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. Okay, so this is what we refer to the event, the run of show, how things should flow. Okay, we're going to slow it down a little bit and really take our time and go into this. The run of show should be very natural, very smooth. Everything you do on this day at this event, which will last approximately 45 minutes to an hour, is very important, but very intentional as you engage with your audience in mind. Remember, your audience is hand selected, is hand invited, they are targeted, and they are already interested because you know beyond the shadow of a doubt that your product, whatever it may be it Tava Worldwide, Tava Fit, or Tava Verse, no matter what, it is what they desire. It is what they are looking for. So let's talk about it. The very first thing is your welcome. This happens anywhere from 15 minutes, which is a long time. I prefer personally about 8 to 5 minutes prior to your start time. Your host will open up the room. Your guests will start to come in. It's just like a live event. What do? You show up a little bit early. You go and you might grab you something to drink if refreshments are offered. Grab you a snack, whatever it is. You're ready for what I like to refer to, coming from an entertainment background, you're ready for your show. You're ready for your show. And as people come in, your host welcomes individuals into the room. They welcome everyone into the room. As we said, they make them feel welcome. They ask them, where are they from? Show the vast array of guests that you have from all over the world. People can come because this is virtual. They did not have to jump on a plane to get there. They did not have to drive 10 hours to get there. They just had to turn on their phone, their computer, hit the link, the private link that you sent, and they are in the house. They are there. So welcome them, and they'll have a seat. They'll begin to talk to each other just like you do at a live event. This is a virtual launch, but remember, it is a cross between a live event and an online presentation with a few little nuances that makes it very special, very unique, and makes it yours. Remember, this is your event. So, excuse me. So, remember, your host is very, very important. Be very selective and know that if anyone asks you to host their event, they think very highly of you. They are trusting you with their babies, with their business, with their folks. So make sure that you are engaging, that you are there for them. Very important. Now, there will be the introduction and the purpose of the virtual business launch and the introduction of you. You want your host, as they introduce you and welcome people into the room, to also set the expectation for the virtual business launch. You do not want people to come in thinking that you're going to be showing off shoes and jewelry when that's not what this virtual launch is about. You want them to know and have a set of expectations for what is going to happen in the room. So do not let it go, be missed why they are there. Your host will then edify you and introduce you. When your host introduces you, you want your host to make sure that they share your experience, your initial experience with the company, with your business, why you were there, and that they are excited to be there with you. And when you come on again, you reinforce what your host has shared. And this is very important. You reinforce the expectation and you let them know how excited you are to have them in the room with you, the opportunity that is going to be laid before them, and most importantly, you introduce your presenter. You must introduce your presenter. Remember, the only connection that your audience has at this point is with you. That's who they have a personal connection with. So it is very important. Excuse me. Let me grab a little water here. Hold on. Sorry about that. So they have the only personal connection they have at this point is you. So that means by the mere fact that they showed up, it means that they trust you. So you must transfer that trust and respect onto your presenter. So you let them know that your presenter is knowledgeable, that your presenter is an expert in the business, that they know what they are talking about. I hope you're taking notes. I hope you're taking notes. Who comes to mind when you think about it? I am not going to get on here and sell shoes and have Al Bundy come on, and they're expecting Al Bundy, and then I bring up Miss Anderson with all of her knowledge and start talking about credit. No, they're expecting Al Bundy. So what can Miss Anderson share about shoes? That's not her expertise. Her expertise is credit. Her expertise is Tavaverse. So if I am going to talk about it, I am going to talk about her knowledge, her experience, what qualifies her as an expert. Why is she so important that I trust her to sit in front of this audience, of you, the person that I value? Remember, you have already shared how much you value your guests. They understand that they're important to you. So you want to make sure they know that you put somebody who you trust their information, and they know what they're talking about. You want to let them know that you are putting someone in front of them that cares about people and individual success. No matter who they are, they care about people. You want to let them know they're documented. Now, not their made up in their head success, not what they have done in their own mind. They may be a legend in their own mind, in their own family, in their own circle, but their documented success, what you can show, what they can prove, what has been done with this company. You want to show their success so that you can have your audience trust that they can teach them and share with them how they also can be successful. And you want someone who is engaging and who knows how to have fun, who knows how to keep people going. You want to make sure that they are not monotone and boring and not caring about people. Because if they're presenting Tava, we put people before profit, and you know this to be true. So you want to make sure that someone else captures that same thing. And then you want them to also be able to establish a testimonial, not the presenter, but another person who has also had specific success. This testimonial is about a minute to 2 minutes. Very quick, very easy, but truthful, genuine, authentic, and realistic, and something that is attainable by each and every person in your audience. Very important. Now, yes, we are an industry that it's frequent that individuals make six figures. We know that. We see it every day. We have several people in this company right now that have made six figures. But six figures is not something that happens tomorrow. I remember taking my son to an opportunity meeting when he was younger, take him to an opportunity meeting, and he liked it. He joined the opportunity and he did what was necessary for about 2 days. And then he said, "Where's my check? Where's my money? What about me?" I heard that lady over there talking about her $20,000 a week check. I heard her talk about it. Where's mine? I did everything she said do. Well, that was because it was presented in an unrealistic manner. He didn't understand the value of time, the effort of time that you have to keep doing the repetitive nation. So you want someone that has a realistic approach and testimonial. That will be very important because then people now have an expectation for their success, and they will have milestones that they will reach along the way. So it's very important, your testimonial. And then they will throw it back after the testimonial. They will throw it back to you, or they will throw it back to the presenter. However you decide your run of show is. But at this point, after the testimonial, after the presentation, we want to get back to the closing. We need a closer. The closer will give the call to action. Now, that could be you or that could be your presenter. It is not the person giving the testimony. It is not that person. It could even be your host coming back. If your host is a closer, now a closer is someone who is engaging, who is trusting, who often has a level of confidence that is out of this world. Very important. They must be confident because they are sharing and appealing to the individual and the amount of faith that they have within themselves and their ability and their desire to succeed. Their desire to secure whatever your business is offering. That's so important. That's so important. Oh, that just hit my spirit. That just hit my spirit. How important that call to action is. You want that person who is closing your event, closing and doing this call to action, you want that person to appeal to all four personality types. That means the person who's a know-it-all, they have to appeal to that person as the fact that they are knowledgeable. Know-it-alls only like to talk to know-it-alls. It's just the way it is. People who have needs want to be able to trust themselves with someone who cares. So they must be authentic. You cannot, and that's something you cannot play about. You cannot pretend to care about a person because a person knows. Has anyone ever lied to you? Have you ever been lied to about something that's important and you knew it off the bat? It's something in your gut. And that gut feeling, that instinctive, innate feeling in your gut will be your yes or no. So that they must care about people. Your closer must care. Your closer must be able to appeal to a person who's what we refer to as a shark, who's out there that wants to know, bottom line, am I going to make any money? And tell me now, tell me quick, am I going to make money? Yes, you will be able to make money. And here's how you do it. We've already shared everything with you, so here are the numbers. Real quick, bottom line. Here are your numbers. Here's how it works. 2 by 2. Tava, 2 by 2. We're building an arc, 2 by 2. It's a binary. Use these words. This is important for your closer. And then they want to be able to have fun, because you know what? When you are knowledgeable, when you are successful, when you are caring, you want to enjoy it. You want to let people know that it is not boring. It is fun when you're successful. It is fun when you're making your money. It is fun. It is something you will enjoy. Your business is something that you will enjoy. So appeal to all four personality types. I told you we're going to slow down a little bit and really start to look at this event as it is happening. So you want to be specific with what they must do to take part today. This is a call to action, not a call to play, not a call to rest. This is a call to action. So on today, not tomorrow, but today, this is what we want you to do. This is what you can expect. Your closer will create a sense of urgency, because tomorrow is too late. The reason why we're launching this business and brought you in is that I already know that this is something that, not that you want, but that you need today, that you can do today. This is a sense of urgency, and you are going to make your mark on this right now. Right now on this call. I want you, even now on this training, to have a sense of urgency that, oh, I am going to do my virtual business launch, and I am going to start planning it today, because after this training, you have all the tools. You know exactly what to do, and you have in your mind who you want to help. You see, I'm not going to help the same people you help. I'm not going to be able to share my experiences with the same people you share your experiences with. But we can help a whole lot of people if we all connect with our people, with our circle, and establish a limited time offer. Give them something to look forward to when they act today. That sense of reward, that sense of accomplishment is the first celebration that they will experience with Tava. At Tava, we recognize people for everything that we do. So that will be their first sense of recognition, whether it is if they join Tavaverse, and I'm going to send you a sample of Valet 30. I'm going to send you 3 samples of our Vasia Detox Tea, because we have a Tava Fit department, division that for health and wellness. Whatever it is that you feel you can give comfortably, that reinforces and acknowledges what they have done, don't be afraid to give it away. What happens when you give? When you give something to someone, it lets them know what? That you care, that you are acknowledging their presence, that you appreciate their yes. You appreciate the fact that they have locked arms with you. So do not be afraid to give it away. Now we close the event quickly. We close the event quickly with the final thoughts, with a thank you. Now, a lot of people like, and this is up to you and how confident you are. A lot of people like to close their event with a Q&A. Personally, now this is me. This is me. This is Latanya Rockmore speaking. I personally do not like to close with a Q&A. Not a virtual launch party. Not a virtual launch party. Why? Because you have guests that are saying yes in their mind and they need to connect with you right after that close. This is sense of urgency. Everything is built. And if you stop that momentum that's happening in their spirit, in their gut, remember their gut is saying yes. This is the impulse, their innate yes. If you stop that by answering a lot of questions, and there is a time to answer questions, it's coming, it's coming. If you stop that momentum and that excitement, what will happen is that people will start to log off. They will get distracted. They'll everything. Folks start getting in other folks' business. Remember something that I didn't mention. Once you start your call, your host will mute your call, and the only people that will be speaking are your guests, yourself, and your person giving your testimony. No one else is talking. There are no interruptions. I remember my first launch that I did for someone, and oh my God, I forgot to mute the call, and I had so everybody. Wait a minute, wait, stop right there. What did you say about that? Oh, this is not the. And I got thrown. I was new to the business. This is years and years and years ago. New to the business, got thrown off, and I was like, oh, I don't feel like an expert right now because this is not the way this is supposed to go. So you want to make sure you mute. Just learn from me on that. Mute your call. Okay. So personally, I don't like a Q&A at the end of my event. I want to close it right on out. I want to give my final thoughts. I want to say how happy I am that you came, how excited I am for you for this opportunity, and what you can expect to hear from me. If you have any questions, go ahead and text me and let's talk about it. Let them know that I'm going to address you personally. I'm going to answer your questions personally. Okay? Any questions on that before we get to the post event? Do we have anything? Is this okay? If this is helping you, go ahead and put some fireballs in there. Let me know that this is helping you. If this is clearing up or getting your mind, you're starting to understand that there is a specific flow to how things go on these virtual launches. It's not something that we just throw out there and throw up a PowerPoint presentation and throw the spaghetti on the wall and hope something sticks. No, it is well thought out. It is well planned. It is very specific. It is just for your guests. Very, very, very important. Okay, so I am helping somebody. I forgot our code word is help. If you're getting help, put help in the chat. If you're getting help, just say help, help, help. Let me know that those 4 letters help. Let me know that this is helpful. Okay. Now, we hear all the time the fortune is in the follow up. The fortune is in the follow up. The fortune is in the follow up. We hear that all the time. That is so overplayed because what happens is that the fortune is in the follow up and they say, just call somebody. We miss the follow up. We don't know how to appropriately follow up. So let's talk about it. Let's talk about this fortune. If the fortune's in a follow up, I want to know how to follow up. So post event, remember all that stuff you had to do before you even set the date for your event? Remember all that stuff I had you download? All Mr. Lloyd says 6 applications, print them out on time, all that stuff. Remember all of that? All right, now it's time. Now it's time. You've done everything. You are prepared. Remember, you are prepared to reach out after the event and contact your guests immediately. The second you close your Zoom and you hit that little button that says "End for all," the very next thing you do is grab your phone, grab your mouse, grab whichever one or both, and you send. Remember, you already prepared it. What did I say? Prepare your thank you text and email. The very next thing you do, that's I do you understand how important it is that within 30 seconds of that event ending, you don't have time to talk to anybody? You must send out a thank you text or email the moment it is over. Oops, that's that top of ring. Don't do that. Okay. The moment this presentation is over, send out a thank you text and email acknowledging each individual's presence. Am I making myself clear? Do you understand? How would you feel if you haven't even shut down your computer and your phone goes off from the person who invited you to the presentation? And they're saying, thank you, thank you. It meant so much for me to see you on that Zoom. Thank you so much. I'm going to call you in a few minutes. Give me a second. I'm going to call you shortly. Do not say exactly, do not say 5 minutes, because you're not going to call 20 people in 5 minutes. You're not going to call 30 people in 10 minutes. Say shortly. I'm going to call you shortly so we can talk about it. Make sure you answer your phone. Don't play with me. Answer your phone. And then, so you've set the expectation that you are going to follow up with them. Now, what do you do when you're on that call? Here's your follow-up, y'all. Here's your follow-up. Thank them for attending. What did you think of my launch? This is my business. Can you believe it? What did you think? Remember, you're still excited. And please be honest with me. Why do you want them to be honest? Because you're important to me and your opinion is valued. I'm doing this thing. This is mine. And I want you to be honest with me and tell me how you truly feel about this launch. Do you have any questions? Do you have any questions? What did you like most about the opportunity that was shared? What did you think? However you talk, whatever your lingo is. I'm not going to say, what did you think? What did you like most about the opportunity? I'd be like, you know what, Thomas, what'd you think, bro? What'd you think? Because that's the way Thomas and I talk. How you feel about this? What'd you really feel? What did you like the most? You know what? Whatever Thomas likes, I love. You know what? You're right, Thomas. When they started talking about that credit repair, that's when I fell in love with Tava Reverse. When they started telling me that there were simple things that I could do, and you know what, Thomas, I did it. And this is very true. I happened to check out Brianna Anderson's credit course because I had to sit in for somebody, and I was on her credit course, and she said something, and I said, let me try it. And I got an alert on my phone the following, like within about 10 days, maybe. An alert on my phone said that there was something happening on my credit and I needed to check it out. And I was like, oh, Lord, not again. Not again. This not happened again. Really? And I went in and I saw that my credit score had gone up. This is Tanya Rockmore talking now. This is Tanya Rockmore. My credit score had gone up. I'm not going to tell you how many points or what happened or what I did. I'm not going to tell you that. You got to talk to Brianna. You got to be in Tavaverse to know. But it's a little thing. It was so simple. It was so simple. It didn't even cost me. It was so simple. I called Lachelle Pierre so quick. I said, Lachelle, you ain't going to believe this, sis. And she's like, what happened? And I told her with that excitement because it was real. So whatever Thomas tells me he likes about and is interested about that credit, I love it. And in some cases, not only do I love it, but let me tell you how it worked for me. And then what questions do you have? Go ahead. I can answer. Now's the time to answer questions, but be honest with your answers. Be quick because you got 20 people to go ahead and call. Now, after you've done this, you would think that the yes is happening right here, but it doesn't. This is something very important that I see over and over and over again that people miss. And here it is. You must transition the business for them. You get that? Transition the business for them. What does that mean? It's very simple, one line. I think that this business is great for you because, and then tell them the truth. Tell them why it works for them. If it's not going to work for them, then don't do that. Don't lie. Because you are going to be held accountable for your truth as well as your lie. So do not lie. We do not do that here at Tyler. We tell the truth, and because the manifestation is on the way. It's going to happen if you trust the process. So tell them exactly why the business is great for them. And there, built in, will be your yes. Because again, with that statement, they can trust you. They know they're important to you. They know that it's going to happen for them, that you invited them to the right room at the right time. And be prepared for your yes. Be prepared for your yes. Now, how do you get your yes? I practice personally something that is taught by Zig Ziglar. And what Zig Ziglar did, you guys, we're almost out of time, and I wanted to answer some questions, and I can't rush through this. Okay, so what Zig Ziglar does is that he'll give 3 situations, and he'll get 3 subliminal yeses. Would you not believe that an opportunity that someone would be absolutely crazy not to say yes to an opportunity to improve their credit? Well, yeah, everybody wants to improve their credit. It's an obvious yes. Would you not agree that it is time now that the financial crisis in the nation is taking over, and we must fortify our selves and our future with something that is going to be there, such as hard assets? I mean, real estate hasn't changed. Well, yeah, that's obvious. And wouldn't you agree that it would be absolutely crazy for someone to say no to this? That you have to affirm and agree that this is an opportunity that's available to anyone, and it's so simplistic that anyone can do it. Would you not agree? Well, yeah, I got 3 yeses. Guess what's going to happen? If they say no at this point, and this is Zig Ziglar, and you can look them up. Brilliant, brilliant. Ziglar teaches if they say no, they just call themselves crazy. Because your first question, wouldn't somebody be crazy? And they say, yeah, they'd be crazy. Well, I'm not going to call myself crazy. Now, all of this is honesty, though, in truth. So that's just my technique that I have learned over the years, that I have used over and over again, and it's been very successful. So Zig Ziglar, look him up, great resource for how to close, how to get the yes. Okay. So I went on a little tangent, but I know we got about 10, 11 minutes. So let's go ahead and talk about how we must prepare for the yes. Remember, I said that Mr. Lloyd teaches us to have 6 applications on hand at all times, to print out your application. Yes, I know it's old school, but print out your application. When I'm on the phone with you, and I'm just taking you through that process, and you have now said, yes, I want in, I'm going to go ahead and say yes to you. And to be totally invested in this opportunity. You know what? I am so happy you did, Lula. I'm so happy you did. Now, how do you spell white? Do you spell white with the I or a Y? Is it WHYTE or WHITE? Now, you know doggone well how to spell your friend's name. But what you're doing is that you're actually filling out your application. You're entering their information. They've already said yes, they're ready. So you're filling out the application for them. You're filling it out on the system. You're entering them into the system for them. When she says white, that's a yes. And Lula, that's Lula, correct? That's a yes. You see that? Now they're helping you fill out the application. Why are you answering this question? Because I'm going ahead and I'm helping you out with this application. I'm filling out your application and putting everything in for you so you don't have to worry about it. You fill out that application with them right there on that call immediately. Do not send them. Okay, this is where our social media and our technology messes us up. You're gonna say yes. I'm so happy that you said yes, Lula. You know what? I'm gonna send you a link. Now I'm transferring that yes to their whenever. Okay, yeah, girl, send me the link and I'm gonna fill it out, but I gotta go pick up my kids. Now, what happens in between the time of your conversation, picking up the kids, stopping to get snacks, making dinner, taking care of the hubby? Oh, we got to get them ready for school. What did I forget? It's something I was supposed to do today. It was real important I was supposed to do today. Oh, the fortune's in the follow-up, but I just messed up. Do you understand the sense of urgency and why you want to have those 6 applications right now? If you do, put a money bag in there because those applications are your money. Go ahead, put it in the chat. Put it in the chat. I don't want to lose you guys. I know this is like, oh, I know this already. No, you don't, because we're not doing it. We're not doing it. You must do it right then and there. And if you're comfortable, do it online. Just enter them directly into the system. Oops, I wasn't supposed to do that. I'm going to touch something. Okay. So then after you do that, now you want to establish. Okay. All right. So I am helping. Okay. I want to make sure we're helping. Those are sticking around. I know you're getting it. I know you're getting it. You want to establish a duplicatable process. How do I know this is a duplicatable process? I got a document. I got to send it. What do you mean a duplicatable process? However you come into a company is how you will invite others in. Whatever your application process is the application process you'll use for others. That's the duplication. You are starting the duplicatable process right then when you pick up the phone and you call them right after your event. Because guess what they're going to do? They're going to pick up the phone and call people right after their event. So what's going to happen is that they're going to become binary qualified faster because they know exactly what to do because you're showing them the right way to do it. So everything you do, make sure you do it with intention and professionally so that they can turn around and do it themselves. Someone said to me last week, well, I just sent people links because that's what was done to me. Exactly. And you have talked to 500 people and you got 3 yeses. 3 enrollments, but you had 50 yeses. What happened to those other 47? Well, I sent them a link because that's what was done for me. Okay. Now some people can work well with the link. I'm not knocking the way anybody does anything. But I'm just saying, our CEO taught me years and years and years ago to have 6 applications. I got my 6 applications. He taught me years and years and years ago to have 6 compass charts. So that I'm filling in my compass charts. I'm filling in. Okay, there I am at the top. Okay, I just got Anthony on. Okay, Anthony's on my left. Tequila's on my right. Okay, that one's gone. And guess what? While I'm working on mine, guess what? Anthony and Tequila, they're going over there and they're going to get binary qualified. I don't have to worry about that because what? They're duplicating the process. And now the next 2 people I talk to, I'm filling out my compass. Okay, that's why you need 6. And now he's teaching 13. You want 13 sheets? Fill them out. There it is. It's easy as 1, 2, 3, A, B, C. There you go. Fill them out. Okay, so the established is I talk too much. We're gonna go a little bit long, y'all, and I got somewhere to be. Okay, so establish the duplicatable process. What is the process? Now, when you finish filling out that form, let them know that you need to process their form and their application is going to take a minute. But in the meantime, what do you want them to do? Before you go pick up the kids, check your email for me real quick. Do you see an email from me? Yeah, I see an email. Remember, you prepared this email before your event. So you're ready for your yes. As soon as they say yes, all you're doing is filling out their name and you're shooting off your email. What does your email consist of? Everything that they can expect to happen, up to and including the fact that they're going to get a phone call from corporate. They include corporate's information, include all of your contact information. Congratulate them. I'm sorry, I should have started at the top. I'm just rambling off my list because I know it. Congratulate them on their yes. Include the pre-recorded welcome phone number because that for Tava Fit, that will go through a lot more information in detail. All of this are things that are available for you so that you can continually recruit, continually sign up everyone that was on your launch party. Continuously. I said already, corporate information, include your contact information in case they have questions. I know it's your sister and she's been knowing how to contact you since the day you were born. Include your contact. This is business. Include your contact information. Include their URL. We ask on the application, what URL do you want? And exactly how they can log into their back office. Let them know that it will not be ready until you process it and they can expect a call from corporate, but it will be there for them. They will have their own website and they can do the same things that you do. And get them plugged into every training, into Tava University, into business overviews, everything, so that they can begin to invite and have their virtual grand opening and ultimately their business launch. Two different things as we have taught on this training. So make sure that they are plugged in. Okay? So those are the things you want to make sure on your welcome email. Do not miss that. Okay? Oops, I hit the wrong button. Sorry, y'all. Okay. And so then you want to create a welcome banner. You want to go over to Tava University and create a welcome banner. If you do not have a picture of them already from their social media page, you can ask them for a picture that kind of holds up the process. If you know them on social media, whatever, here's my rule of thumb. If they put it on their profile picture, then it's okay to use. That's something they're proud of. Go through their profile album, pull the picture that you like best, and put it on there for them and send them their welcome banner. Put it on social media immediately and tag them. Let them know that they are excited. Remember, we recognize everyone here at Tava. Okay? So let them know that you are excited that they are there. All right? And then add them to all of Tava's social media pages and groups. Now, you don't have to do this right away, but as you get your yeses, after you finish all 20, 30 of your calls, and you've written down all 19 of the people that said yes, and the one person that bought a product or said, call me in 20 minutes, then you want to add all of those people that are on your application. Yeah, I said 19 out of 20 because your ratio went way up by using this process. When you do that, add them to all of the social media pages that Tava has. Add them to all of the group. That's Tava. If they join Tavaverse, you want them on Tavaverse. You want them to know the Tava public page as well as the Tava group, as well as the Instagram page, and depending on what team they're on, Telegram or however they're communicating. Okay, you want to make sure that they are plugged in. Post their welcome banners in their groups so that when they get to the group, one of the first things that they're going to see is what? That they've been welcomed by all the people in the group. Make sure you share your welcome banners and your promotion banners in the groups. And then the next thing is make sure that they know how to get binary qualified within 48 hours. And that's just by simply sharing. You are going to be binary qualified already. And encourage them to make a short list. How do they do it? A short list. This is the initial list of 10 people that you and I, can share this opportunity with. Now we're getting ready for their virtual grand opening and ultimately their business launch. Okay? So then the next and the final thing is that I want to congratulate you all, because everyone that lasted through this training, you are ready for your very first business launch. You're ready, y'all. You're ready. Do you feel ready? Did it help you? It's exactly 9 o'clock. I want to answer any questions that you might have. But did this help you guys? Did this help you? Are you ready? We should start seeing some virtual business launches. I'm available to answer any questions. You guys know how to reach me. You can inbox me on Facebook. It's probably the best. Well, no. You can email me, latanyar@tavalifestyle.com. But you're ready. You're ready. Let me know if you're in the chat. If you have any questions, we ended right on time. Do you have any questions? Let's answer some questions. I can pull up answers in the presentation. We can go back and we can figure things out. Let's work together. This is your time. If you have any questions, I'm in the chat. Okay, I'm saying I used you had you said it get gooder and gooder. But do we spell white? WHITE or W? See, there it is. She answered that question. You see how instinctive it is? The easiest question for people to answer is how to spell their name. Zig Ziglar teaches that. They've been spelling their name almost since birth, since what, 2, 3? They've been spelling their name. So when somebody asks you how to spell your name, you just automatically spell it. I said, how do you spell white? WHYTE or WHITE. And what did she do? She instinctively put it in the chat. She answered my question. That's what we do. That's what we do. I'm thinking that we're helping people. Okay, yes, Robbie, watch the replay. So I'm not seeing any questions. You guys, come on. You don't get to talk to me often because they don't let me on here too often. So do we have any questions? Do we have any questions? No questions? Okay, then I'm thinking that we did all right. We're going to go ahead and end this training. Congratulations, everybody. Let me know what you need. Let's get going. Let's get going. Let's do some virtual business launches out there and let's have some success. Let's increase those numbers for you. If you're not binary qualified, get binary qualified this week. I'm not playing with y'all. Let's do this. Let's do this. Everybody, it has been my pleasure serving as a trainer today and last week. Next week, oh, get excited. Next week, we are going to discuss getting started. Getting started. We've brought people in. Now, next week, we're going to do a series on getting started. Okay, Tequila, she's telling everybody, get binary qualified before the weekend is over. And can I tell you guys something? Can I tell you something? You guys know I've worked with a lot of great people, and a lot of people that are very successful in the business. And some of the most successful people that I have worked with wake up every morning and set a goal of being binary qualified each day. That means they don't go to sleep until they're binary qualified again, over and over again. I know that sounds challenging, doesn't it? But that's how they roll. That's how they roll. And I'm not going to name names, but I learned that from someone who has a work ethic out of this world. And there's not a day that goes by that that person does not sign up to people. And by doing that, this person is extremely successful in the household name. It just is. It just is. Get binary qualified every day. Wake up every morning like it's a brand new morning. You know what that does? It keeps you excited about what you're doing, about why you're here. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and end this. We are exactly 4 minutes over, but we did it, y'all. Congratulations. And I will see you guys along with Shonda Barnaby next week. Don't forget, we have business overviews, we have membership calls, we have training, we have Wealth Building Wednesday coming up. So we will see you there. Don't forget, we'll see you in Flint, Michigan on the 24th and in Detroit on the 25th. We're out of here. I love you all. Goodbye.
Overflowing, 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 overflowing. Glow up, but I don't do it for myself. Pass it down, I'm talking generational wealth. I'm not new to it, I'm true to it. Trailblazing, I ain't new to it, I'm true to it. That's dedication to the team, living a dream. Come profit with me, made it mean I'm selling that coffee and tea. Grinding till like coffee beans, living in my community. Now I need more assets and less liabilities. Gonna buy the whole block up, and it's all because of Tommy, yeah. Turn nothing into something with a mindset of abundance where